Hi guys, it's Jessica. I'm here with a very different video from what I usually have. It's not really a dolly video, though probably a lot of the content will actually be dolly related just because, yeah. But, so today I am going to show you guys my Chic Sparrow, which is my, it's a leather traveler's journal or notebook. They call them different things, but they are basically, the idea is that it's leather bound, though people do use other sorts of materials with elastics that hold inserts. They oftentimes call them inserts, or little booklets or journals, and I do blame Libacious One for showing her beautiful leather Chic Sparrows that she's gotten recently. And I kind of looked at planners and journals and that sort of thing often through the last few years, but all I ever saw were the like the ring bound ones, that just ring bound, you know, I was in school, in college and veterinary school, for 8 years after high school, and I just have years of bad memories of ring bound everything and hole punching papers to fit them in and papers ripping, and I just, for me, that's just all kinds of just, I don't ever want to do that again. But I really like the idea of the leather bound journals that have elastics that hold these inserts. You can put all kinds of different inserts in. You can make your own. There's all kinds of things that you can do to personalize and change these. You can change them out. You keep the same cover, basically. So I just really like the whole concept behind these. I don't know if I was completely going off the screen with that. So these are, so I did make my own when I first started hearing about people rumbling about these. I made my own, and this made from leather. I sewed it myself, and it's got some pockets, and I do use this. I've had some sketches and such in here, and I got some filled notebooks with these pretty colors. But the size, like this is really small, and for really most sorts of things that I want to do, it just needs to be a little bigger, because it just feels very cramped. Well, and so that's a good excuse. The other was that Chic Sparrow, I really like their idea as a company. They're a small company, but the other thing was they're located here in my hometown. The woman that started this, and I get the impression that it's her family that run it. But the materials, the paper, that was another thing, was the paper inserts are, the paper is amazing. Really saw all the reviews for handling different materials, and the paper is great. And I couldn't make anything for the price to even begin to emulate that. So had all the things that I wanted. So this is a creme brulee in creme brulee. That's the name of this type that I've got, and I guess they call this the personal size. And I've got, currently I have 4 inserts. I have 4 inserts. So there's 4 elastics, and I have 4 inserts in here right now, though really probably only been using 2 at the moment. I've got my pin is just a moleskin pin. It is a ballpoint pin. I do want to get into a fountain pen. I want to get into a fountain pen, and I'm researching that to kind of decide what's best for me, and maybe a Lamy just because of the ease with the cartridges. But I used to do calligraphy, and I used fountain pens, and I did have some that had cartridges. They come a long way, though. I'm just reading the things that they have. It's come a long way. I've also just used fountain pens that you dipped in ink, you know. So and I used to do a lot of art with that too. So what is the idea? People, you can use these for what your needs are. So planners, you know, a lot of planner people are into Chic Sparrow, and I'm not so much into the planning scheme, though I do have a calendar insert in here. But what's important to me is an art journal. So art, but also journaling. So journaling, these are the major reasons that I wanted to kind of get into this. And so, I don't know, I think I've had this maybe 2 or 3 weeks now. I can't remember, you know, when this came in. I can't remember now. But I guess we'll just open it up and take a peek. I don't know if we can see this, but it's got mine's, but the light's not great. Site, my inscription on it. I'm trying not to bump this camera. I'm sorry if it's really jostling. It's hard to see what I'm doing with this angle. So we'll open up here and we can see this is my 3 sets of different Copic multi-liner. I just got these Sakura pink ones in, and oh my gosh, I'm just in heaven. These sepia ones I've had for a while and been using these a lot. I love these. And then I also got these gray tone ones in it. And so I love line work and line art, so I've been using those a lot. So I switch this around a lot, just even a little bit that I have. I have 2 main inserts that I'm using right now, calendar, and then an inspiration doll blog, and it's back here. And I switch them back and forth all the time. I never decide which order I want them in, but it's fine, because you can just switch it. It's no big deal. So there's pockets, and right now I have some stickers in here, little pieces of paper, designs, some paper that I like that was inspiring, that I like the colors. A lot of this is stuff that came with doll things. Here is a gift card to Denver Doll Emporium that my husband got for me last year for my birthday, and I've kept it as a memento. Long spent it. I should show it to him and say, that would be a good idea to refill this. So pockets, I don't have a lot in here. And anytime I find a little thing like, oh, I like this. I just like this piece of paper. I might use it for something. Those kinds of things, I've just been sticking them in there. So this first one is my calendar, and since it's first, I guess we'll look at it. It's a May through August, and this is Chic Sparrow's actual calendar insert. And I went ahead and got it because I tried to draw out some of my own calendars, and I absolutely hate that. I don't like that. I like drawing, I like decorating and painting, but I don't like drawing straight lines and numbering and that sort of thing. So May doesn't have a lot in it here. I think I practiced some, there's a few things in here. Practice doing some watercolors and distress stains. I've been mixing the 2 a lot, and for some really neat effects. But so basically, been starting to use this more and more, putting my work schedule and holidays, and just here was the June spread, which I went a little crazy on, just learning as I go and seeing what I like to do. Like, I don't think it's totally obliterated the calendar itself, but that's okay. It's for me. This says June is when I think I really started getting into, that's when I really started using it a little more, and doing a lot of decorating. That part is pretty fun to me. So work schedule, and appointments. The other thing that I've been doing is I have been logging, oh, here was a note from Danielle Marie that came with the doll clothes that came in today. She wrote me a nice note. But so I think, this is this week. And one of the things that I've started doing is doing a little bit of tracking. I don't want to get, I don't care about writing down the water that I drink and everything like that. But the big thing that I'm trying to emphasize in my daily life is breathing and meditation. I'm actually going to a therapist who specializes in biofeedback for people who basically have chronic illness and chronic pain issues, which I do, and chronic migraines and a whole slew of just all kinds. I could list all the things, but anyways, it has been very, very helpful for me, and I am making it a very critical part of my life, that this in my daily routine, that these are things that I have to do and need to do, that are for me and for my health. So the breathing exercises, I'm just writing, making a little square, and when I do my breathing exercises every day, I can go in and I can fill those out that I did those. And I don't put in anything like I did good, or it was a bad session or a good session. It's just, I did it. And that is the important point with that. Yeah, I've been interested in Buddhism and meditation, from a health standpoint, since for several years now, ever since illness really started to become a big part of my life and dealing with that. So I feel like this is an important thing, and I'm proud of the progress I've made with the help of that. So anyways, that's something that I'm doing with my calendar. This is next week. I just have it filled out with appointments, my work schedule, and I haven't decorated it a whole bunch. I guess I put the tape. I love washi tape. My favorite. I'm going to be so sad when this one is gone, but this is my favorite one, and so I'm just becoming totally addicted to washi tape and just letting myself have some fun with that. So the other insert that I'm using and really spending a lot of time working on is my doll and craft inspiration blog. So it's just everything. It's mostly doll related because that's the big things that I'm doing. And so the first few pages are arrivals, doll arrivals, Blythe and ball jointed dolls that have been arriving this year, list of some incoming dolls, and then some blank pages so that I have some room to put more things, because this year is about half over, so there more than likely will be lots of more incoming dolls. Some sketches that I've done, and that's the other thing about this, is that the point isn't that I'm going to draw fine pieces of art on every single page. I'm really letting myself be very loose with any sort of art that I do. It doesn't have to complete. I don't have to finish it. It can just be a start, and the point is to do something. And a lot of times I'll do something, like I washed this page. I did a watercolor wash. I did several pages with watercolor washes, and then later I went back with washi tape and I decorated these. And then the page was very inviting, and when I had something to write, I came and wrote a journal entry, and it was about Lita, my BL Blythe Hollywood, my first stock Blythe doll. And I wrote about some of the customization I did when I just changed her eye chips and things like that. And it's just it's a place for me to just write all that stuff and get it out, because I enjoy it so much, and I want to share. I want to let that joy out, and I want to soak in it. I want to soak in that joy. So I I wrote this, so entry was June 5th. I just recently got, let me see if I can show it in the camera here. This little baby came in. This is my Canon selfie, and it's awesome. I love it. I just love it. It prints out these beautiful, beautiful photos, and like these are just gorgeous. They're most of the ones I print out smaller, and I just fill up a page, and I can use my cell phone and apps that are on there to do collages and then print out the collage. So there's very tiny, small little pictures, and I can just put them throughout my journal. So a lot of these I've come back to put photos in. And so here was a journal entry about Lita, or no, sorry, this page was about Lita. This page was about Abigail, of a custom that I had finished. And so that was June 7th. Today is the 16th. So I went back later and put in photos that I had taken at the time and put those in. And I just taped them in with washi tape and just regular old tape too. Here's a page that I haven't written in yet, but I've gone back several times and added washes to this, and I just really enjoy it. This was a page dedicated to the new hairstyles that Danu and Cernunos got, and it's just fun, you know. It's like, it's goofy, it's fun. It kind of lets me, I just feel like a kid, you know. I just feel like, you know, when you're just having arts and crafts when you're a kid. I came in here and I did some washes, and this again was I did the washes on this page like a week ago, and then I came back. Actually, I think I did a lot of this last night with the photos, putting the photos in. And writing little blurbs about how they got their new hairdos, and it's just fun. Some of it's in character, you know, as far as how the character thinks. Some of it's just my thoughts, and fun, just fun. Just everything can be fun. There's no rules. There's anything I want to do. Here is a journal entry on Seamus, and there's 2 pages here on writing about his character, and the writing about his doll, like the things that was going on with his doll, the wig, and his head, when his head came in, and how big that was. And then went back and put in some little photos. I guess they call this a tip-in. I'm starting to learn some of the lingo. It's like a tip-in. You tipped it in, just basically taped it in after the fact, which that's really neat. I really like, you know, there's lots of layering and things you can do with that. And so you don't have to worry about planning every page perfectly, because that's not the point. It's just, you can come back and work on it, different things, and add things in. So here was when my Soul Doll order came in, and my Soul Doll body that I thought was going to be for my Ahiel human head, and it ended up, I don't know why I thought that was going to happen. It's just perfect for Lady. So Trinity's sister. So tipped in some photos, doing some layering. Like this is so you can read, and you can see that I did some flowers here. I painted this page, and then I came back and wrote on it, and then later I come back and add photos. So it's just layer after layer. And so it doesn't all have to be done at one time, but I wrote sisters on here. And I'm just having a lot of fun with this. This is a really long video. This was a page, and this, some of these are not even taped in. I just kind of inserted them in. This one I might move later or do something different with this page. I didn't like the colors on this so much. It bled a lot. I liked how this one turned out. I like smushed the 2 pages together, and it got some nice texture. I'm just having a lot of fun. This I used a lot of gel pens, and what I will do is I'll go back and I'll write over things. And so right up here I might use a lighter colored pen to write over this, and then maybe fade down to black. So just fun. So I'm about halfway through this first doll insert. And I do have another blank one here. At the rate that I'm going, I don't think I'm going to have any problem filling these up. They're 64-page inserts, and I'm so inspired. I'm having such a good time with it. This insert in the back is another calendar insert for, I think it's like September through the rest of the year. It's the last 4 months of the year. So that's my journal. I did do a little video on painting a page, and so I'll add that in the end. I think that I actually recorded that another day. But I'll put that in there too. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, inspirations, please feel free to share. I'm very new to this whole kind of format, and I'm really inspired and enjoying it a lot. So thanks for watching, and there's a little thing at the end here. I hope you're having a good day and the week is treating you good. Bye bye. How these distress stains react, because they're kind of fun. So I'll put a little on this. So this is going to kind of run down the page because I do have it tipped up a little bit to be on here. And I'll use the larger brush because I'm just going to go over the whole page. But these, I love this water brush. It's so fun. So once I discovered that I could do this with the distress inks, things got a lot more fun too, because I really love the effects that I can get. So I don't have really anything in mind here. I'm just going to do another wash across the page. So I'll load up my brush with pink because I love pink. It's running down the page because I have this tip, but that's okay. Play around with it, maybe picking up some yellow. And I just have some pretty inexpensive watercolors that I got from Michael's. I've had higher quality and nicer ones in the past that I really enjoyed working with, and eventually I do want to get back into some Winsor and Newton, but this is pretty nice for right now. They're pretty inexpensive and lots of different color options, so it's pretty fun. Let's do this on this page. But this is just, I fill up these pages and it just is inspiring, and you just can't, like, I just can't wait to write in it after that. Like, I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. I can't wait to write in my journal because it's so pretty and so individual. And but I used to journal a lot when I was younger. I used to make my own journals a lot because I did have a few that were given me, but usually I just made my own because that's what I had available to me. And a lot of them were, like, I didn't have any guidance about it or anything, so usually they were a combination of sketchpad and writing and poetry and just kind of, so it's been kind of fun re-exploring like that kid part of decorating a page, and maybe not being too wrapped up in it being some perfect picture. Like, that for me is big, like just having to have some perfect picture all the time, and just putting some washes on a page and enjoying that. So this paper does wrinkle up as it dries. As it dries, it'll flatten out more. So I'll leave this open like this until it dries, which doesn't take very long. I do want to get a heat gun to kind of speed things up. I used to use a hairdryer in the past, but heat guns are nice. I'd like to get one. I used to have one ages ago, so I'd like to get another one. But it doesn't take very long to dry, and sometimes I'll come back and do more things over it. But I think they're pretty, especially with the distress stains, they're pretty rich colors. So. All right, well, I'll wrap that up. I just kind of wanted to give a brief introduction to what I've been doing with my Chic Sparrow. Pretty individual to what appeals to me. But thanks for watching, and I will see you all guys later. Bye-bye.